Regional Chairman, Mr. Inchan Ayub. Regional Vice Chairman, Mr. Omich Sachanan. Regional Executive Officer, Mr. Devanan Ramdat. Regional officials, members of the joint services, invitees all. Welcome. Welcome to the commissioning of the Schoonord to Crane 4-lane highway. We are at the roundabout with another majestic piece today, paying tribute to Guyana's magnificent birds of prey. The harpy eagle, with a colossal wingspan of up to 2 meters, welcoming all and sundry to our beautiful region number 3, the President's Region. Now join me in ushering to the fore the Riverside Angels Indigenous Dancers, followed by opening remarks from our very own Regional Chairman, Mr. Inchan Ayub. Let's put our hands together for them. Wonderful. Now we'll have a regional stalwart, a man from the soil of Leguan, our regional chairman, Mr. Inchan Ayub.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson, His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Honorable Prime Minister, Ministers of Government, other invitees, and above all, residents of Region 3. We, the Regional Administration, and the residents of Region 3 would like to express gratitude to His Excellency and his Cabinet for providing with us this beautiful highway, Schoonord to Crane. It is a testimony of the commitment, Your Excellency, of you and your government. The regional chairman has been involved in this development also, I may see. But indeed, it is a testimony of your vision, your dedication, alongside with your ministers to provide the Guyanese people with a far better way of life that we have ever experienced. I always said a vision and an idea remains a vision and an idea unless it has been executed. And under this government, we witness all ideas, all promises and visions are manifolding itself in front of our very eyes. This large crowd that gathered here today is a testimony of the residents of Region 3 of the confidence that they have in you, Your Excellency, and His Cabinet. We are pleased with the way that you are moving this country, and Region 3 is no exception. We want this afternoon to commit ourselves to your government because we realize only under the People's Progressive Party government can we move this country forward and bring prosperity to every citizen in this country. The importance of this highway can never be underscored. And many of us, as we sit here, might only think that Region 3 residents will benefit from this project. I want to tell you it's not so. Because Region 3 is a transit region for Region 2 and Region 7. And every day, almost every day, you have businesses coming from Region 7 and from Region 2 that passes through Region 3 to Region 4 and other parts of this country. So this highway will make an impact out of the region. Region 7, Region 2 residents also will benefit from this highway. Again, it's only could have happened. This vision only lies in the bosom of the People's Progressive Party C. And it could only have happened with the type of leadership that the People's Progressive Party C provide for this country, and not only Region 3. This crowd, Mr. President, is a testimony that we will be marching with the People's Progressive Party C come 2025 election. It is dawned upon us, not today, but long before, but this only strengthens us that prosperity lies for the Guyanese people in the hands of the People's Progressive Party C. And Mr. President, what we are proud of in this region, that we do not grow physically alone. Every resident of this region grows with the development that you have provided for us in this region. Your vision is beyond comprehension. Allow me to move up 1 minute. I recall only the other day, I have a conversation with you that about the Lagwan Beach, which you always have a vision to develop. And with your interjection, Lagwan Beach now becomes the talk of the country. Mr. President, I'm sure the region is confident that you will take us to victory in 2025 and you will continue to move this country that every Guyanese will be proud of, and we will make our mark internationally. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And now we will have brief remarks by a resident of Region 3, someone who will be a frequent user of this highway that will help to cut down her commutes and improve on efficiency. Join me in welcoming Ms. Tandai McAllister.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Your Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Honorable Ministers in Government, distinguished guests, residents of Region 3, ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense pride and optimism that I join in witness of the opening of this transformative Schoonord to Crane 4-lane highway. This is more than just a road. It is a pathway to prosperity, a a vital artery that connects communities and opens new doors for economic and social development. Allow me to extend my heartfelt congratulations to His Excellency, whose unwavering vision and dedication to the development of our nation have made this project a reality. This highway is a testament to the government's commitment to improving infrastructure, enhancing connectivity, and driving progress for all Guyanese. For us, the residents of Region 3, this highway is set to bring numerous benefits. It will reduce travel time, like our lovely Madam Chair mentioned, making our daily commutes more convenient and less stressful. Businesses will thrive with easier access to markets and resources, leading to job creation and economic growth in our communities. Furthermore, the improved infrastructure will attract new investments, fostering a climate of innovation and opportunity. But perhaps most importantly, Mr. President, this highway is about people. It's about the students who can now get from home to school and return more safely. It's about farmers who can transport their produce more efficiently. It's about families, just like ours, who will spend less time in traffic and more time together at home or wherever we choose. It's about ensuring that every citizen, regardless of where they live and who they are, has access to opportunities they also well deserve. In closing, this highway represents a significant milestone in our journey toward a more interconnected, prosperous Guyana. It embodies the spirit of progress that His Excellency in his administration have championed, and it stands as a symbol of the brighter future we are building together. Thank you, and congratulations to everyone involved in bringing this vision to life. May this road be serving us as a beacon of development and a pathway to prosperity for all Guyanese for generations to come. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. With all those advantages this road brings, it is a congratulatory moment indeed. Let us have another round of applause as we welcome to the stage the Berbice Delights Dance Troupe. Thank you very much. I think that we can do a bit better than that. They really gave a good performance. Thank you. I now welcome to the stage one of our as we say. One of the youngsters in the party, in government, and someone who has always served this region well. A vivacious and powerful female leader. Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, the Honorable Susan Rodriguez.
Your Excellency, President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, Prime Minister Brigadier Mark Phillips, my colleague Minister, Minister Kroll, other colleague ministers present, Regional Chairman, Vice Chairman of Region 3, and all of the other local reps, staff of the Ministry of Housing, Central Housing and Planning Authority, Chairman of our board, members of the Disciplined Services, Commissioner of Police, Chief of Staff, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, residents of Region 3. Thank you all for showing up this afternoon in your numbers and for welcoming us into your region in spite of the inclement weather. Today is a monumental day for Region 3 and for our country. Not just because we are here to commission this 4-lane highway, but because the level of investment that is being made in this region, in Region 3, is unprecedented and cannot be compared to any period in our history. And this investment is not only made in the physical infrastructure or the physical transformation of this region, but these investments are all aimed at improving the quality of life of the people who live in this region. I'm very proud of this project, especially because it is another 4-lane concrete highway that was executed through the Ministry of Housing and Water and Central Housing and Planning Authority, done by a team of young people, young engineers, clerk of works, architects, surveyors, young men and women who have been pushed to their limits perhaps, young men and women who were being cultivated since President Ali was the Minister of Housing and Water. Because even then he made investments in training and in improving the in-house capacity of the people who work at this ministry. So I want to give a special acknowledgement to all of those young people, and there are tremendous young people, young graduates also from the University of Guyana who joined our team in the last 4 years, and those who have been at the ministry for years now. I want to give a special acknowledgement to them for their tremendous hard work and dedication to this project. So please give them a resounding applause. You know, one thing you can always count on the People's Progressive Party Civic for, and that is to get the job done. And the chairman mentioned it earlier, and it's a very important thing. It is easy to take a microphone or to go on social media and to make speeches and to promise dreams. But we are not a party of dreamers. This is a party that has restored hope in this country. It is okay to dream, and it is okay to dream big. And the president has some big ideas and a big vision for this region and for this country. But even more importantly is the capacity, the capability, the experience, and the commitment to getting each and every project to its successful completion. Because only then we can see the visible transformation in the lives of our people. We are living in a reality, and we are living in a country with infinite possibilities and opportunities. We just have to make the decision, each and every single Guyanese. We just have to make the decision to be part of this journey, to join President Ali in his vision of a One Guyana, to join us on the journey that we promised, the path to prosperity, which we promised the people of our country. This road is a metaphor. This road can be seen as a road to prosperity. And the road to prosperity runs through every single region and every single community all across our country. I have never seen this level of commitment from a group of people. The commitment from the President and this cabinet is unwavering. The commitment to ensuring that all of the things that we promise to deliver to our people is delivered to them in the time that we promised it will be delivered. And so I'm very proud of our President. I'm very proud of the vision that he has set out for us to achieve. And I'm very proud of the work that we've been able to accomplish in such a very short time and in spite of tremendous challenges. And I think just in witnessing the commitment that you've seen from our government, that alone should convince every Guyanese to continue to support this party and to continue to support our government. And you don't only see us trying, you see us succeeding. You see us translating all of our dreams and our visions and all of those big ideas into reality to improve the lives of every single Guyanese man, woman, and child, regardless of where you live, regardless of your economic circumstance, regardless of the color of your skin. We will be, and we have been and will continue to be, a government and a party for every single Guyanese. And you can count on us to ensure that the other promise, that prosperity comes to the home of every single Guyanese family. So Region 3, I want to congratulate you on this achievement. I know that this highway and all of the connecting roads will bring tremendous relief to your commute. I've seen you on social media, I hear your frustration, I know how long it takes for you to travel between this region and Region 4 and other places. And this brings tremendous relief to you. You can spend more time with your family, you can have more productive hours, and most importantly, when you get home, you're in a better mood, you're a happier people. And so while we try as hard as possible to deliver on our projects and our policies, it is all aimed at ensuring that our people are happier and more comfortable at the end of the day. And that is our paramount responsibility. So thank you very much. Congratulations again to all of the residents of Region 3, and we look forward to listening to President Ali when he delivers his speech of address. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister, for those words that I'm sure everyone here appreciates everything that has been done so far by this ministry. Now, I welcome to the stage someone that may not be as young as our previous speaker, but a youth nonetheless. Someone who is always there, ready to work, and always available. Put your hands together and help me welcome Minister Colin Crow from the Ministry of Housing and Water.
Thank you very much to our chairperson, a daughter of your soil, our President, His Excellency President Mohammed Irfan Ali, Prime Minister, retired Brigadier Mark Phillips, colleague ministers of the government, representatives from the various private sector commissions, including or specifically the Essequibo Islands West Demerara Chamber of Commerce, the head of the acting head of our Army and our Commissioner of Police, special invitees, all who have been involved in one way or the other on this project, members of the media, but more importantly, you are representative of the beneficiaries of this access road, the villagers and the residents of Region 3. Good afternoon, all. If you recall, just under a year, in fact 362 days to be exact, His Excellency would have commissioned the Mandela to Eccles Highway, and today again we are here witnessing another page that will be linking and will be inked in the history of Guyana, as we are about to commission this newly built $15.1 billion 4-lane highway road. So let me use this opportunity to welcome you to another 4-lane opening, the first of its kind in Region 3, and it is part of government's infrastructure vision, which includes, as you cross the Demerara Harbour Bridge, you see as soon to be completing the new Demerara Harbour Bridge. It is also at the heart of commitment to lift our people out of poverty and to create the conditions for economic growth and development in every region. In the 4 years since we've took office, we have invested heavily in this region, from upgrading and construction of roads, to increasing housing developments, to improving healthcare facilities, access to utilities, including water. We have ensured that these investments can positively impact the people of Region 3 by creating jobs and increasing commercial activity within the region. This highway will immediately bring forward development, reduce travel times, as previous speakers have said, reduce traffic congestions, and open new opportunities for entrepreneurship, which bodes well for the long-term viability of West Demerara and its prospect for future development. This opening is a new dawn for Region 3. In the coming months, we will welcome, as I said, the new bridge. Shortly, a new hospital will be completed. You have the much anticipated gas-to-energy project, which will come on stream. The quantum of these investments has never been done in Region 3, and we are all grateful for the vision of our President that seeks to create more modern and more economically development for all regions, including Region 3. Let me remind ourselves and mention about the period under the 2015 to 2020. This region, as part of making available access to new home ownership, the total for the region was 7,535, of which in Region 3, only 496. Compare that under our President's leadership. In 4 years, we have thus far allocated over 35,967 lots, of which 8,374 to date, approximately 23%, have been done in Region 3. This is 16 times more than what the then caretaker government did for Region 3 in their 5 long, unproductive years. And of course, in order to allocate this number of lots, also sees the development of new housing schemes. In this short period of time, in Region 3, we have established 11 new housing areas to date. Speaking of allocation, as for the commitment on the expansion for Wales, we'll see in another week and a half another 1,000 lots being allocated. No other government has done so much for this region and in such a short time. In fact, no other government has done so much for our country's infrastructure. Everywhere you look, you can see the wheels of development are turning. This highway is expected to reduce the cost of transportation, even for farm-to-market producers and other businesses. When you travel along the Region 3 corridor, you will see the housing areas in various stages of development. The opening of new access areas will bring with it to more agricultural activity, as well as to provide opportunities for industrial development. I want to encourage residents, especially from Region 3, to take advantage of these opportunities. Do not wait for others to invest. You can step up and bet on your region. You have a friend in your government led by President Irfan Ali, and we will stand by you. Even as this is happening, the opening of this new 4-lane highway, we will continue to work on upgrading infrastructure in a number of new areas in Region 3, including in existing housing areas, first of all, in areas such as Parfaith Harmony here, CI, Cornelia Ida, Anacathrina, and I just mentioned Wales. We will continue to deliver quality housing and infrastructure, as you're seeing in Lenora, and similarly to be done at Wales. We will complete infrastructure works at the Wales Phase 2, and of course continue to allocate more lots. In closing, therefore, I want to, like Susan, I want to thank our in-house team of engineers and project staff who worked above and beyond the call of duty to deliver this project. That we used our own staff and did not have to rely on external consultants. It not only saved us hundreds of millions of dollars, but it also demonstrates that we are building the capacity of our local professionals. I want to thank His Excellency for his faith in the ability of the staff of the Ministry of Housing and Water, and more particularly the Central Housing and Planning Authority, in guiding us, in ensuring that we are able to complete this first phase. And note, I said first phase. I also want to thank you, the residents of Region 3, for your patience. To anyone who has worked on this project to bring it to fruition, I extend my sincere gratitude. I want to encourage all of you who will be using this highway to do so with care, caution, and consideration for your fellow road users. May we all enjoy the vision, the productivity, the wisdom, and the energy drive from the son of your soil, His Excellency President Ali, as we continue to push Guyana into further development and trajectory. May God bless you all.
Thank you, Minister. Now, I know the weather is less than ideal for such a happy occasion, but I'm pretty sure us farmers in Region 3 are very happy for the rain, correct? I'm not hearing the farmers here, correct? Where are my people from Canal? Who's at the back? The West Siders? Right, because today is a happy day, correct? Where are the West Bankers? We're all here to celebrate this opening of this road, a road that we have been asking for years, correct? It is a happy day. Let's hear you guys rejoice about it. Come on. Let's hear it. This is one of the things that will make Region 3 it already is, right? One of the greatest regions because our president is from the region. It's not just because so many of our leaders are from this region. It's not just because so many of us are awesome from this region, correct? It's because we in Region 3 work hard, just like the rest of Guyana, and we deserve just as much as the government has to offer, correct? So let's hear it for this road. Let's hear it for bridging our farms to market. Let's hear it for cutting down on our commute time, so that, as everyone is saying, we can have that time to spend with our families, to do our home gardening, to do our hobbies instead of sitting in a car just waiting to get to where you want to go. So let's hear it one last time for this road. Now put your hands together even louder and help me welcome Mr. Abel Stokes as he pays tribute to a song from Mr. Dave Martins. Let's hear it. Come on, we can do better than that in Region 3, man. Thank you. Let's see those flags. That was a beautiful rendition. And now, we come to a very special part of our program, as we listen to a visionary, a pioneer, a trailblazer, someone who is a pillar of strength, a voice of reason, but more so a man of the people, a Region 3 man himself. Let's hear it for this Region 3 man himself. A man who has walked every corner very own president, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali.
Before we go into the meat of the matter, let me say something. Let your hearts not be troubled. For we are on the right side of every war. Let the critics, let the evildoers, and let those who stand in the way of development continue their own way. But as this song that I will want to share with you say, the times are changing. Don't stand in the doorway. Don't block up the hall. Don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out the way of the new road. The new one, if you can't, lend your hand, for the times are changing. The song is very simple. The times are changing. People are coming together. People understand what your government is doing for you, and all their action to divide us, to separate us, all their action to malign us, none will succeed. Listen to this. Fellow brothers and sisters, today we are here on a very significant occasion. but to open another tranche of the transformation of the People's Progressive Party civic government. And we did this, and we have delivered this with 2 years of COVID, 2 floods, 1 drought, 2 global wars, the highest transportation prices, the highest food prices, food insecurity. We have gotten past all of it and delivered above and beyond what we promised in the manifesto. Today, this is not just about the Schoonord to Crane Highway. This is about the realization of a grand vision. That vision that seeks to transform every single region of our country. And this region here in Region 3, this highway will be linked to Wales. And not so long ago, 4 years ago, you will recall that the very community that is linked to this highway was one of the most depressed communities in Guyana. No one even sought a house lot there. They shut the industry down. People were sent home. Economy went into bankruptcy in Wales, and poverty was the order of the day. Just 4 years ago, lest we forget, today, Wales, the very village, the very community in this region that they abandoned and left on the sidelines, today, Wales is the most dynamic village in all of Guyana. The prices of land in Wales is escalating on a daily basis. Today, the very community that is sunk in the sands of destruction, the very community that is trampled in the bowels of destruction, the very community is seeing billions of US dollars of investment that is creating wealth, energizing Region 3, and that will position this region as the energy capital of Guyana. This is the difference between ideas and vision versus merciless cruelty and idiocy. This is the difference between vision and lack of vision. This same community, for 5 years, they tried to negotiate a consultancy to look at the Demerara River Bridge. Today, you're seeing the piles coming above the water, and you're seeing the beauty of the bridge coming across Demerara River, and soon you will experience the new Demerara River Bridge. It did not happen by accident. It happened because of a vision and a commitment to get things done. A commitment to ensure we put in the work to realize the vision. The Bible says, knock and it shall be open unto you. Seek and you shall find. And faith without work is dead. Vision without work is dead. What this government has demonstrated is a commitment to hard work, to endless and tireless hard work. And I thank all the public servants in cabinet and all those the contractors, consultants who work relentlessly, the private sector. Today, outside of government investment, the private sector is investing billions of dollars in this region. Only 4 years ago, Ramesh, people are abandoning the lands at Crane. Only 4 years ago, the rice farmers were told that rice is private business. Only 4 years ago, the sugar workers as IFLAT, who are linked to this bridge, were waiting for their names to be called on the bread line. Only 4 years ago, the land taxes and other fees were increased by hundreds of percentage points. Only 4 years ago, D&I charges was increased and applied on the backs of our farmers. Lest we forget, today we've removed all of that. Today we have historic production of rice, and today your land in Crane, which you are abandoning, is valued as much as any piece of land in Georgetown. That did not happen by accident. The value creation that you see in this region did not happen by accident. It happened by a carefully articulated vision that outlined a clear strategy as to what the development trajectory will be. It outlined clearly, it defined where the new areas of growth will be. Today, we will open this highway from the Harbour Bridge to Crane, and by Sunday, the entire stretch will be utilized. Because in the testing, the police advise us that we should have one more slip lane on the Crane roundabout that will further help the traffic. And as we speak, within days, we are putting in that slip lane. And that slip lane would allow for the smooth transition of the traffic. That is how we work. We work together in collaboration. My friends, this highway is the first phase of the highway that will go to Porica, and the highway that will go to Del Conte, that will open up thousands upon thousands of acres of land for housing, for agriculture, and then we have already started work on the Sands Hill alignment, and the Sand Hill alignment will come out at Falmouth, right opposite Bartica. So you'll have Region 3, Region 4, Region 10, Timeri, all integrated and heading into Bartica, into the mining communities. The infrastructure interlink that we're talking about is to position Guyana as a major transport and logistics hub. It is to open up the opportunities in tourism. It is to expand the opportunities in agriculture. This region will be the fastest growing region population-wise, because we're investing in Wales alone. The new phase of development will see about 30,000 house lots in the West Bank area alone. This is the type of transformation. The scale and speed of the transformation is enormous. And it is done with a careful plan. But my brothers and sisters, it is important for us to examine some facts. In this region, for 5 years, under the APNUAFC, in housing, Central Housing and Planning Authority, they spent less than us, not by 1%, not by 2%, In housing, in the last 4 years, we have spent almost $65 billion in Region 3. For 5 years, the APNUAFC government spent less than $5 billion. Compare the two, less than $5 billion in 5 years, and almost $65 billion in 4 years. Who got your back? And this is not the story only in Region 3. This is a story in every single region of our country. And we challenge them to the facts, not to the propaganda, not to the psychological warfare. We challenge them to stand up by their record. Have you ever seen the APNUAFC spend 1 hour speaking about their record? Let them stand up to their record. In public works, I'm talking about the community roads, the roads in your villages. In 5 years, they spent $14 billion in your community roads. In the last 4 years alone, in this region, we have spent $28 billion to improve your roads. And every time you build a road in your village, every time you upgrade your street, you know what happened? The value of your property go up. Your net value go up. Your house price go up. That is what happens. In education, in this region, for 5 years, they spent $18 billion. In the last 4 years alone, in your region, we have spent $27 billion in education. 149% more than they spent in 5 years. In public works, 195% more. In agriculture, and the farmers must hear this, not only did they apply their taxes and remove all support to agriculture, but in agriculture, for 5 years, these people spent less than $2.2 billion in this agriculture region. Can you imagine that? In 5 years, they spent less than $2.2 billion in an agriculture region. This government, in the last 4 years, we have revitalized agriculture. And in this region, we've invested almost $8 billion, more than 340% than they spent in their 5 years. So when the farmers, when they come to you, this is the reality. The sugar workers, when they come to you, this is the reality. The new house owners, when they come to you, this is the reality. In health, in the last 4 years alone, we have spent almost $7.9 billion in this region. In water, we have spent more than $3.5 billion. And that's not only infrastructure. On scholarship, we have given almost 300% more scholarship than they give in their entire history in government. Add up the 28 plus the 5. That is what you call delivery. In sports, they love to say how they care about young people. In sports, we have spent 1,087% more than them in supporting sports and recreational facilities in this region. In tourism, we have spent 285% more than them in 4 years, and this is the entire 5 years in government. We can't find record of spending for Amerindians in this region. It is so low. This government and Amerindians in this region have spent hundreds of billions of dollars, more than $350 billion. In ICT, we have spent close to $40 million. On security, we have spent hundreds of millions of dollars. My brothers and sisters, in the last 4 years, the PPC administration spent almost 800% more to develop and improve the quality of life of residents in Region 3 than the AP and UAFC spent in 5 years. In the last 4 years, the PPP civic government completed more than 1,000 roads. When you look at new roads and roads that we maintain and built more than 250,000 meters of roads. Let me say that slowly. And this is not counting housing. This is public works. More than 250,000 meters of roads we would have maintained and built in the last 4 years, which is more than 1,000 roads. You know how much the AP and UAFC did in 5 years? They did 96 roads, totaling 67,000 meters. 67,000 meters in 5 years versus almost 220,000 meters in 4 years. In fact, the PPP Civic did 6 times more road works in this region in our 4 years than they did in 5 years. This is the facts. This is what we have to run on, the truth, the facts, the reality. And this is what they hide from every single day. On bridges and sea defense, in 4 years, the BVP undertook 17 new bridge projects outside of the Damara Harbour Bridge in this region. 17 new major bridges. You know how much they did in 5 years? 6. 6. In 4 years, the PPP civic government undertook 53 sea defenses projects, more than 9,000 meters. Let them tell you how much they did. You'll be shocked. They were more or less leaving us to the mercies of the ocean. And they talk about caring. And you know what? We did it with the same bureaucracy that they had when they were in government. The same people in the public service. So it's the same people, worse conditions, because we had 2 years of COVID. So in fact, we did all of this in 2 years. When you look at it, we did all of this in 2 years. So we had the same people, worse condition, less time. What was the difference? The difference was leadership. Leadership was the difference. And leadership in any society is important for the future of that society. My friends, lest we forget, in this region here, lest we forget, these beautiful children that you see here, if we were not in government today, they would have been robbed of $3.5 billion. The hijackers would have took $3.5 billion out of their pockets. Because in this region here, under the Because We Care grant that they took away from their children, we have given them back. As a result, your government has placed directly in your children's pocket in this region $3.5 billion. The National School Grant, almost $500 million to maintain schools and construct new schools, $6.2 billion. Textbooks, when we had community meetings in this region, you are sharing and borrowing textbooks. They had stopped distributing textbooks in the schools here in this region. Since we came back to office, we have spent almost $700 million on textbooks alone in this region. To give your children an equal opportunity. My friends, let me be very clear with you. We need to understand the realities of the society we live in and understand who is it that care about us and who is it that care for us. When I was coming up on stage, the song said, call out instigators, because there is something in the air. We have got to get together sooner or later, because the revolution is here, and you know it is right, and you know that it is right. The revolution of development is here. The revolution of transformation is here. The revolution of the future is here. And you know it is right. Call out the instigators and let them know we are not going back. We are staying on the right track, right into the future with the People's Progressive Congress. And now, as we celebrate this grand opening, I have a very special announcement to make. 3 announcements on this special day. Announcement 1. Are you hearing me in the back? When I make this announcement, I want you to let me know that you're hearing me. You hear me? Let me try that. Do you hear me? No. Do you hear me? Better. On the completion of the new Demerara River Bridge, on the completion, well, let me back up. You have heard me say that we are evaluating ways in which to improve the competitiveness and productivity, reduce the burden on the private sector, consumers, farmers, improve competitiveness, and reduce the cost of consumer. So I go back now. On the completion of the Demerara River Bridge, the new Demerara River Bridge, the crossing at the bridge will be free of cost. For those who are arguing about mathematics, you don't need any formula here. Let me repeat it for you. You don't need a formula. The mathematical model is pure and simple. On the completion of the Demerara River Bridge, the toll for crossing will be free of cost. Now, just hear it properly. I want you to repeat after me. On the completion of the Demerara River Bridge, the toll for crossing will be free of cost. We ain't done yet. Repeat after me. Thank you, BBBC. I gotta make an announcement for every corner of this country. So you gotta let the next corner hear you. Once again, thank you, BBBC. When you say P, we pass some of them P. Bedtime story they got it tonight. Second announcement. Because we believe in parity. We are in the process of discussing with the Barbies River Bridge the possible acquisition of that bridge by the government. Because this is a request of a possibility that came to us. Once this occurs, and if it does not occur, by the time we make this bridge toll-free, the Barbies River Bridge crossing will also be free of cost. Let me help you again. If the negotiations are not completed by the time the Demerara River Bridge becomes toll-free, the Barbies Bridge will at the same time become toll-free. So for those who have a problem with us building a new high-pass bridge at Barbies, you got a greater problem now because it can be free of cost. It can be toll-free. So you got to refine your message every second. And then, at the time the Demerara River Bridge is made toll-free, the Wisma River Bridge will also be made toll-free, and we're doing that bridge free of cost. We're making a new bridge there. We are bridging the hearts and minds of every Guyanese. We are bridging every community, and we are doing it free of cost because we are doing it out of the abundance of love. No mathematical formula. No need to debate whether 32 is more than 33. Because according to those who graduate with grade 1 in maths and all these things, they're taught that 32 is greater than 33. Me right like them, but I know, if I ever tell my mother and father 32 greater than 33, I get a cocktail to this world. I will get a cocktail. I can't use the right word, I want to use the next word. So my friends, today, on this significant occasion, you have heard it, upon the completion of the new Demerara River Bridge, it will be toll-free. Upon the completion of the new Demerara River Bridge, the Barbies Bridge will be toll-free. So not only will we build a new bridge, but the current one will be toll-free. will be toll-free. God bless you. Let us continue on the journey. Forward we march. Forward we march. Region 3! Region 3! No. I'm doing this one more time. Region 3! Thank you.
Now we will proceed to the cutting of the ribbon. Someone said road trip. After the cutting of the ribbon, after the cutting of the ribbon, kindly make your ways to your vehicle to join the motorcade. After making your way to the cutting of the ribbon, kindly make your way to your vehicles to join the motorcade. 1 second.
John. Well,
national infrastructure will be named after national icons. We've already made a decision and we're negotiating on something special for Dave Martin that would include a recording studio in this region for young people. There is a totem pole that will be unveiled at the Demerara Bridge roundabout.
this pole, this totem pole was done by one of our finest, Winslow Craig. It is a masterpiece of art. It must be safeguarded for generations upon generations. It is of immense value. It is titled Guyana Gal, a massive wooden bullet wood sculpture presented in the format of a totem pole. The title is derived from two indigenous words. Guyana, which is Makushi, meaning great bird, and eagle, and nagal, meaning claw. Sculpture is integrated with a jaguar. Altogether, the imagery presented are symbolic of the Great Spirit, Makonaima, great, strong, and wise, who watches over the people, his children, in the dear land of one Guyana. So in our folklore, in our rich indigenous history, the Makonaima is referred to as a great spirit that overlooked the people, overlooked the children,
watches over and protects. That is why as soon as you come over into the region, this totem pole is there, symbolic of strength, power, magnificence, symbolic of our forest people, and symbolic of that great intent of caring for each other, watching over for each other, protecting each other, and living together for each other. The sculpture being erected, as I said, is called a totem pole. It is traditionally carved from a large tree by indigenous peoples. What a tribute this is to our forest people. And what a tribute this is to our forest people just before the 1st of September when we celebrate Indigenous Peoples Month. This is our love for every single group of our country. This symbolic tribute to our Amerindian people as we move into the month of September is the greatest gift and show of love that we can give to the forest people of our country. I thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now kindly make your way to the cutting of the ribbon.
yeah. You're moving. Yeah.
Come to 6 feet.
Yeah, it's bad, but I want you to move so you come out and catch a nice shot.
I'm pleased that these are Guyanese ours. You don't see these individuals, but this is an icon. Look at this beauty. So please explain to them, Minister.
Okay, so this has been a project that took a whole lot longer than it should have, but finally it's here and it's in such a prominent spot. There's all the time that it took to make everything happen the way it should have happened. I call this piece Kuanagal. So Kuanagal is a combination of two indigenous words. Kuanao means like great bird or eagle. Nagal means like claw. That is a Lokono word. So Kuanagal, great bird with claw, that's what you see from the front. I also think of it as Kuanarwa. Arwa on the other side, Jaguar. So you have the eagle, which is Kuanao. Arwa on the other side, Jaguar. All of the imagery together that you see here is symbolic of the Great Spirit Makonai. The Great Spirit Makonai looks over his children, the human family. All of us are his children here in this dear land of ours, which we call Guyana. There are so many other symbolism. On the reverse side, there's a shield, and the shield. If you look,
let's walk around.
yeah. So if you look at it from this lower level, you have this. This is a shield borrowed from the coat of arms that I kind of attached to my own interpretation of some of our indigenous motifs. If you look at this, there's a hand. Those hands are like healing hands, but they're also eyes. The shield now is set on top of Roraima. There's a point. Look. So it's set there on top. If you look within all of this, there is that happening and there's that happening. You have like 6 legs and you have the hands and the arms. That's like a figure, a guardian figure that's standing up like hands up. You know, I am not intending to fight. If I have to, I've got enough events here to fight and start it. But in the meantime, I'm just stand off, hands off. I can deal your hate and your covetousness and your everything. So, this here is the Jaguar. Of course, a symbol of strength and courage. Spirit of all Guyanese. That's also that's the owl. A symbol of wisdom. And up there you have a face, basically as like a chief of great casting. So all of this together is a combination of imagery from my perspective that depicts that great spirit that looks over us.
Doing a white suit. Ministers, please come and join us. Minister, we're going to white down on my side. Chief. You can come, hold two of you unveil.
Just take down?
Yeah. What you have to do is now to put it right up. So we put it on this side. Right, Omar? Now you get it right up for this. Just give us the right up right in break it.
Yeah.
And we have 6 others.
I know that's 6 others. I have to get them on
We can see? I go up. I go walk with her.